Entrepreneur, have you ever fired someone? Have you ever written a manual about for an employee or for employees, like a human resource manual? Do you know how to accumulate or how to help someone, or what's the basis on adding and giving them PTO? What does the law say about them having a lunch break, and how long should that lunch break be? Why do you close the books every month? How do you close the books? Have you ever done a bank reconciliation? Have you ever looked and compared and created a profit and loss, or an income and expense statement, or a balance sheet, or a statement of cash flows? Have you ever just reconciled your bank account from month to month to make sure that what the bank says was in there at a certain time was also in the account at a certain time? Do you know exactly what you should be expected to make this year, right now, compared to last year at this same time? Have you ever done a comparative analysis to see if your business is really growing, if you're generating a profit? Because just because you have money in the bank doesn't mean it's a profit. Are you really able to pay yourself? Or are you just living out of the business? And so you're paying bills out and you're calling it a write off, but in calling it a write-off, you really can't see how well it's doing, and you just know, well, my business is taking care of me, but I can't really tell where the money is going. I don't know how effective it is. I'm not building anything for the future. Do you have another separate account? Do you have 401k? Are you able to, at the end of your business, be able to retire, or will you have to keep working and hope you can discipline yourself enough to put something back? If you are saving, are you saving in an account somewhere where it can be matched, or somewhere where you can save or invest aggressively? Or do you have to watch that along with running your business at the same time? That was a lot of information. Those were a lot of questions. And those are all of the things. That's just a smidgen of things that, as an entrepreneur, you have to answer. And that's just for you. What about when you add employees to the mix? Do you ever see yourself as a business owner adding employees, or do you plan to just do it forever? Even if you add family members, you've got to think about how to add them, because all business is good and all relationships are good until they're not. And by the time they're not good, when you don't have a plan of how to separate or how to depart when things are not good, you lose everything. Being an entrepreneur is very exciting, it's very rewarding, and it says a lot about you as a person. At the same token, you're still one person. Whether you work in a company and you're successful, or whether you own your own business and you're successful, you're still only one person that can do limited things. Now, when you empower and when you outsource, and when you know what your niche is and you outsource the rest and you manage it, now you're able to take what you're able to do to the next level. And that's when you start to see the benefits and the rewards of what you actually set out to do. Your vision starts, your vision begins to happen when you start to add people. So I say it all the time. Adding somebody to your, adding a bookkeeper, adding somebody to your mix doesn't diminish you or diminish you. Actually, it adds to your value, and it adds to the value of your company. No entrepreneur, no successful CEO ever made it to the top because he or she knew everything. They made it to the top because they were not afraid or intimidated to hire people and to manage people who knew more than what they did. Did you ever think about that? Just the fact that you have vision, just the fact that you have vision and courage to start your dream puts you ahead of somebody who may have more knowledge. When you hear the term, be the lender and not the borrower, it never said that it means that you're smarter or that you're somehow more intelligent than the next. It just says that you're the lender and not the borrower, meaning that you had enough vision, enough courage to believe in yourself to start your dream. You don't have to do it by yourself. Employing somebody, it may be their dream for that moment. And in that moment, you're able to manage them and help them get to the next level. I want you to think about that, because in 2025, there is no way you're going to thrive if you're trying to do it all. 2025 did not add any more hours in the day. It did not all of a sudden make you Edward Scissorhands where you could just do a million things at once. You're still one person with 24 hours in a day. I just want to help you maximize them. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee. Bye-bye.